All right, I'm very excited. Oh, and I forgot what I was going to say earlier. I had started to say something. All right. Oh. Let me go into the events. Miss Tiffany went live. I had asked her to talk about a few things. So if you guys want to check that out later, you can. Let's see. Hey guys, do you like my shirt? That's all they can see right now. Let me put on the unit page 2. All right. Oh, let me text my mom. She's like, hey, they're meeting. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
I lock it every time I get up.
I think I do.
Even at home, I lock it. Well, I have to hit the door outside of the door handle. So it like I don't use my key. So that's why I was like,
Oh yeah, we have plenty of time. I'm so excited. You guys hot? You comfortable? You're comfortable? I'm totally okay toasting up here because I know in the back it's a little chillier.
I mean, it's cool, but I mean,
You feel comfortable? Okay, I'll just leave it then. All right, let me make sure they all know we're live. We alive, we alive, we alive. This is Celine Dion song. I'm alive. Just so you know.
I don't feel alive right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Let's turn this way. Is this in your way? Do you want me to move it a little bit?
No, you're fine.
Good? Okay. Hey guys, so we're just now going live. 1, I needed to charge my computer, and 2, you guys out of state didn't turn in any recognition, so I just thought I'd let it charge while we're doing our recognition. So we are just gonna start the meeting. Right now, we're just starting the meeting. We've already done recognition. So next week, turn in recognition, because even if you don't have any activity, there's areas on there to crow about yourself, to get excited, and to ask me questions, okay? All right, so tonight. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about IPAs, which are income producing activities, priorities, and a clear vision, okay? So I posted this quote this morning, and I just loved it because it spoke to me, okay? Anytime I post a quote or anytime I post anything, it's usually because it says something to me, not because I'm directing it towards anybody, okay? Like, just let's make that clear. So the quote is, we all know what we need to do. We just don't consistently do what we know. And I thought that was so powerful, and it's so true. And it's not just in our Mary Kay business that that's true. It's in life. Like for me, I do not consistently exercise. However, I know that is something I need to do to stay healthy and happy. Because when I exercise, I'm like, you think I'm bubbly now? Just give me 30 minutes of like some insane cardio, okay? Like I'm even more, thumbs up. So it's just in anything, eating right, or making sure I do my devotional in the morning, you know, whatever it is. It's all about being consistent. So tonight, what I want to talk to you guys about is giving yourself a clear vision. I repeat, giving yourself that clear vision, because I can talk all until I'm blue in the face about what you need to do in your business to like rise up and be the master or whatever. But it really is you who's going to give yourself that vision. Like, I really want to buy that Coach purse at the outlet store. I mean, seriously, that is some people's vision. And that is okay. That was my vision. Okay, for a while, I wanted money to buy like purse. Even at the outlets, like I would not spend money on it. Like, no, I just wouldn't. I wanted to earn it. Okay, or I would really love to have $1,000 in my savings account right now. Whatever that is, whatever your vision is. So I hope that tonight this is going to help with that. Okay. Hopefully, this is going to give you a clear vision of your priorities in your life and in your business, so that you're able to distinguish what is really a priority and what isn't. It is really easy to talk ourselves into things that really are not a priority that's going to get you to where you want to be. okay? So I want to preface this by saying I want to give you examples of what I have done, what I've chosen, because I do feel like it's a choice. I don't feel like it's a sacrifice. I don't feel like I'm losing out on anything, because whatever I say no to is not bringing me closer to my goal right now. I say no right now so that I can say yes as much as I want within the next couple of years. I saw this really awesome quote, and I think I posted it, and I'm totally like butchering it, but it was something like, I worked 6 months of weekends so that I can have a lifetime of weekends. And I was like, because there will be times where I'm like, I am not working weekends anymore. I'm not. Well, it just doesn't work like that in my world with my schedule and what my kids have going on. It's better that I work this day, and this day. And guess what? I saw 13 faces this weekend, and I got to spend the whole week with my kids and Steven every once in a while.
They don't really
Okay. So first of all, what is an IPA? So I already kind of went over this. IPA is an income producing activity. It is bringing you money. Who could give me examples in a Mary Kay sense? Not like this is like, all right, we're starting back in Mary Kay now, of an income producing activity. What? Lead generating, okay. Facial boxes. I'm turning my box around in case somebody has quick questions. How about a facial class? Skincare class. Open your mouth. Opening your mouth. That'll make you some money. Okay, so I have these little trackers that let me share the screen with you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna give you guys this. Oops. Entire screen. Share. Okay. So I'm gonna pass this around. I'm gonna hold on to one of them if that's okay. Hold on, I'm looking at it right here. Just as an example, you don't have to use this at all, but I just saw this and I thought it was really great. So this sheet right here talks about the different IPAs or income producing activities you need to do to meet your goals. And so it has it broken down at the top where you see part-time consultant, full-time consultant, and on-target car and sales director, which I think is brilliant. And so it tells you all these different things. And so if you look in the pink box, it has letters A through I. All of those are income producing activities. Anything else is not. Okay? So skincare classes, facials on the go. So facials on the go are just like meeting somebody really quick and like doing a facial on their hand, or just a very quick appointment, not like a full-on skincare class. Like it's like that. 2 new bookings. So making bookings are, of course, going to get you closer to your goal. And that's an income-producing activity. Oh, I lost my note. Did I give them to one of you guys? Nope. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the absence. $100 retail and customer service website, the look sales. So if you're brand new in your business, you may be like, oh, I just started selling to people. I don't have a reorder business yet. That's okay. It's coming. But it's just to give you an idea, okay? A marketing follow-up with completed survey. Okay, so that basically is just a share call. Okay, some people say it so many different ways, but following up with a potential team member. Okay. Oh, F looks like it's the exact same thing. So let's go with 2 of those. Bringing a guest to a unit meeting. Now, why would that become an income-producing activity?
Because they can turn into a.
That's right. And that means money in your pocket, okay? 7 new names and numbers, so that's lead generating and things like that. And then 1 new team member, of course, okay? So in comparison, what do you think a non-IPA is? Like activities that are not bringing you money that you may be spending your time on during the day. And I do this a lot. Yes. Organizing your inventory. Let me stop sharing this. Oh, whoop, where am I? Organizing your inventory, yes. Labeling your product, making goodie bags. All those are not really income producing activities. Those can be done at a different time. Now, I'm not saying you can't do those activities during the day, but like for me, I will end up organizing my inventory all day long. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't use my booking calls. I didn't follow up with this team member. I didn't go lead generate today. You know, things like that. That's taking me further away from the goal because let me tell you, I make most of my goodie bags right before I walk out the door. And I don't do it, Steven does it. I just throw in the stuff and I'm like, can you make these really quick? Now, once a month, which I think I'm gonna start doing this once a month, beginning of the month, I'm gonna sit down in the evening and give myself one episode of Downton Abbey, because it's like an hour, to make all my goodie bags that I wanna give away for the month, so they're prepped and ready to go. And I actually, I don't wanna say color code them, but I use 3 different bags for like different samples, so I'll do color, skincare, or body care. Right now I'm just doing the hand creams and the eye, what are they called? The color cards. So I just buy a bunch of those, put them in a bag, candy, my business card, that's it. I don't get
That's
fancy.
a really good idea.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I'll think about it. But yeah, because then for my appointments, they're sitting in the back of my car. I have a lot of my Mary Kay stuff like ready for my skincare class and my products in the back of my car at all times. Mainly because I have my sticker on my car and if somebody stops me and asks me for something, I don't have it. Then I have to go home and meet them later and blah, 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 blah. So organizing your inventory, what else? Yes!
Instead of
That's
being
called
on
a
the
distraction. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. It's not bringing you money. Where did I go? Me, making flyers. Making tracking flyers to put your head on a 4-leaf clover is not bringing me money. Okay? Now, do I need to do that? Yes. But I can do that in like 10 minutes after IPA hours are over. So what are IPA hours, income producing activities? I would say from 9 in the morning until about 8 o'clock at night. Now, I'm not saying like you guys need to be working from 9 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, but that's kind of generally like, you know, I may start my booking texts around 9. I don't call anybody before 9 o'clock. And I don't usually call anybody after 8. If somebody messages me after 8, I will respond to them without initiating anything. 8:30, I push it 8:39 on month end, but that's about it. So that's, in the evening is typically when I try and do like emails or work on flyers or training activities. Now, you guys, of course, are not going to create trainings and things like that right now, but if you're wanting, like working on an idea or if you're trying to learn about a product knowledge, okay, that can be done in the evening, studying your stuff. That's something I'm trying to dedicate myself to, because if you were to ask me something right now, probably about perfume, I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was there or not. And I'm like, oh my God, director. So it's really easy to get caught up in the office side of it. And yeah, you can do office stuff during the day, like for sure, but time yourself. Like, I'm only gonna do this for 20 minutes. Now, if you're someone who, like me, I can not only organize half of my stuff, I need to do it all at once. So what I've been doing over the past few days is putting all of my stuff out on the dining room table, and then I'm gonna take 1 hour on Friday night and organize it all. It's all getting out there. I don't know where half of my stuff is, but it's all getting out there. Putting together sample baggies, that's not really income producing, okay? Because more than any time I've handed out a sample to somebody, they have not reordered with me. When people buy from me, it's because I'm face-to-face, toe-to-toe, and they're sampling the products right in front of me. It's totally fine to give out samples. I'm not saying don't. I have some on hand that I would give out every once in a while. Most of the time I'm like, oh, let's just get together and try a look or something. I will just go one-on-one with them. I make the time. Lunch breaks. So Rachel Bond used to work like 60 hours a week, had a 2-hour commute to her California job. On her lunch break, she would make her booking calls. So she would like eat her sandwich and then make a booking call, or like take so many bites. And then, so it's like this, it's this mind discipline game that you have to play with yourself, because it is all up to you. Now, what's really important is, oh wait, I'm not getting to that yet. So it's not that the business is not working for you, okay? It's that you're not working for your business, okay? So that's, so if you're in this emotional state of, nothing's going on, nothing's happening, Mary Kay's not working for me, you really need to take some self-examination, look in the mirror and be like, am I really working for Mary Kay like they said I need to? Because I don't lie to anybody. You need to see the faces to get to your goal. Like that's what you need to do. Now we know what an IPA and a non-IPA is. All right, looks like I have a question. Let me double check. No, I don't. Okay, now we know the difference of that. How do we get that clear vision? And how do we prioritize what's important to what's not? Okay, what muscles do you need to work on in your business to gain that clear vision? One of the things that I feel is important, because it really happened to me, and I go through ebbs and flows of this in my business. And that's probably why I haven't promoted myself to senior director yet, is because I've gone through these ebbs and flows. I have not been consistently doing the activity for a year or more. Deciding what your priorities are, okay? Like what's really important to you, okay? And I don't mean just in Mary Kay, like just in life. There was a time in my business where I said no to absolutely everything but my kids and my business. Like I didn't go to extra parties, I didn't go to extra anything. I would go to, if it was on the weekend, I didn't do it because that was my work day. And I had to tell people, like, this is just like my job. This is a job. This is a job if you treat it that way. And there are people that don't work on the weekends in Mary Kay. They work all throughout the week and then they have the weekend off, and you can absolutely do that. For me, it's just unrealistic with homeschooling and everything else. But I love it because I only work one day for like 8 hours, like outside of the house. Like I love it. So what's important to you? So is binge watching 10 seasons of Friends more important to you than going and listening to a podcast? And I'm so guilty of this. Like I really have contemplated getting rid of my Netflix for like a month just to see what the difference is in my activity. So let me tell you something. I love The Office. I love Friends. They're on Netflix. There's no commercials. And Downton Abbey's on Amazon Prime. So, it's hard. But, do what?
We just canceled ours.
Did you? I'm so tempted to. But I have the kids, so it's like, oh. But anyways,
We have cable.
Netflix, cable, especially with DVRs now, it will be there. The opportunity for you to go and meet somebody who's needing you. That's the beautiful thing about Mary Kay, is like we can kind of make it about us. Like, oh, I need to go out and I need to get these many leads, or I need to see these many faces. How we need to approach it is somebody needs me. Somebody needs this opportunity. Somebody needs me to just make them feel good today. And that's how I felt about my appointments this weekend. Like, I just went in and I was like, I'm just so excited I get to see 13 faces. Like, oh! And one of them I completely forgot about, and they were so gracious. Like, I forgot that I had this appointment. And I was on a phone call with another consultant in our unit, and I had to drop it because they were here and I was not. And I literally had my hair up. It was wet. I don't even know how they took me seriously, but apparently I looked okay. They were so gracious, and I had a blast. Totally forgot about them, but they didn't yell at me. Let's see. So are you, one thing that you need to ask yourself when you're doing something instead of doing your Mary Kay, first of all, you're going to get a little, what's the word? It's not conflicted, convicted. You're going to get convicted when you know you're doing something in place of what you should be doing for Mary Kay. You're going to get convicted because you're going to think, I should really do this right now. I just need to relax. And yes, you need to relax, not every single day for hours on end, okay? I want you to ask yourself this question when you're doing something in place of like what you should be doing with your Mary Kay. Could I get away with this at my regular job? At my regular 9 to 5 or whatever? Could you get away with doing this? Now, if the answer is yes, whatever. But most, like I'm sitting here thinking about the guys at the facility, like they have this game room and they have movies and so we're not going to count that. But at a regular, what would Mary Kay do? But could you get away with that? Could you get away with it? Are you self-coaching yourself through? And what I mean by that is, like, I will start to do something that's not good for my business when I know I need to be doing something else. And I will say, okay, do I need to be doing this right now? No. Okay, what can I be doing? Oh, I need to follow up with these 3 girls who I said I was going to follow up with because blah, 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 blah. So are you coaching yourself through these activities? I'm not saying don't take time for yourself. I'm not saying don't plan really fun activities with your friends, boyfriends, spouses, whatever. That is important because that's going to help your soul and your mind.
They're who you're going to help spend money with. I make money.
That's right. That's right. But, I don't even want to call it balance. And Crystal doesn't even call it balance. She's like, I don't believe in balance. It's all chaos. But there are seasons when I have more balanced than others, and there are seasons where I work more than others, but I always make it up. And so that's how I feel. Like today, I did my miracle morning, which has been amazing. I came here to work. I got 4 hours of work done, and I went home and I hung out with the kids until I came here. And so I felt good about what I was doing. I worked all weekend so we could have Monday off. Thank goodness we did because we were all sick. But doing what's necessary so that I can enjoy that time later. Because if you don't, you're going to be feeling guilty when you're doing your fun time. And then when you're doing your Mary Kay, you're going to be feeling guilty because you want to be with your family. And I went through that conflict for a good 6 months. Because when I was working, I wasn't really working. I was probably watching TV or something. And then when I was with the family, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to be doing my Mary Kay. And so it's just a matter of like training yourself and becoming disciplined and being able to say no so that you can say yes later. One of something else that's really important about to get a clear vision of just your day, just a day, because yes, you can have this really awesome goal. By the end of the seminar year, I want to be here. I want to be on Princess Court of Sales. I want to be in the Court of Sales. You can, anybody can, but breaking it down to that daily activity. 6 most important things list. Mary Kay Ash talks about this in her actual book. But your 6 most important things to do list. What can you control? What can you not control? So I actually have, I do it 2 different ways. So I will split my 6 most important things list, 3 for the home and 3 for my business. Or if I'm feeling confident in myself that day or that week, I will do 6 most important things at my house and 6 most important things to do in my business. Most of what I put down for my house, I can delegate to other people, AKA Steven. Okay, and there are people that will help you. You don't have to be Superwoman. You don't have to be the cook, the maid, the mom, the wife, everybody. I know you're in a different season of life, but what I'm saying is you don't have to do it all. You can ask for help and you can say no. Okay, oh, I can't tonight, I gotta work. Or I'm working, not I gotta work, I'm working. Most people don't look at us like it's a real job. They don't. Oh, it's a cute little hobby. And some people treat it as a hobby and that's fine, but this can be a very lucrative business for you. And so if you treat it that way, you're gonna get those results. Brain dumping. Either every morning, every night, brain dumping absolutely everything that's on your mind. Oh, I'm worried about this. I gotta get this done. Ooh, we need to get the tax for the car. Ooh, I need to do my bookings. Ooh, I need to do that product delivery. Just brain dumping. It doesn't even have to be neat. Just slam it everywhere. Scheduling and tracking. If you don't know where you are, you won't know where you're going. If you have no idea how many basics you've seen, how much product you've sold this month, or how many bookings you have on your books, you are just like this. This is you right now. You have no clear vision. You have no road, no path. It's just all up in the air. It's just chaos. And that does not feel good. I keep meaning to post a picture of the tracker that I've been doing, which it's the one that I posted like forever, but I also have one, I printed out a bunch of hearts and framed it, and so I have a dry erase, and I just write everybody's name in it every month that I see, and then I erase it for the next month, but it's in front of my face all the time, because I'm a C personality, I like things to be clean and neat, I don't like to mess anything up. Like, it hurt me to put this up here, okay? But we gotta get over that, right? Okay, scheduling and tracking. Scheduling, what is most important to your life? So first, when you're doing your schedule, and we've talked about this a million times, but I just feel like we're gonna do it again. What's most important in your life? Do you have a date night that you are committed to, whether it's with your friends or your spouse or partner or whatever? That is important. Do you go to church? Do you work out? Do you have a job? Like a job that you actually have to show up for. Like, you come in and you're in trouble, that job. That all goes in first, and then you plug in your Mary Kay where you have time. And we've gone over, what was it, the something hour plan? I did that a long time ago. It was right after retreat. It's like everybody has the same amount of time in a week.
But it depends on how do you use it?
Yes, that's right. We did that at boot camp. I mean, the new consultant thing. That's where we did that. So scheduling. If you find that you only have one night a week where you're willing to work your business, your goal needs to change because it's not going to be, you're not going to go and target for your car one appointment a month. You're not. And that's okay because that can change as time changes. Your goals and your visions and all of that. Do you need another one? Okay, because I was like, I have that.
Well, it looks like there's still ink in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
still confused about it.
So what distractions can you eliminate from your schedule? And it's easy to put down like, oh, I'm gonna read during this time, but how many times do we catch ourselves watching TV? I'm so bad about it. And I'm telling you, if you make the conscious choice to turn it off or get away from your distractions and move out of an environment, like today I came here. If I work at home when the kids are there, oh my gosh, I'm such a mean person that day because nobody lets me get anything done. Where's the remote? Where's this? Where's that? I'm like, you don't have two eyes? Go look. When I was here, my phone was on Do Not Disturb. If I saw a message from him or a call from him, I did not even respond. Because guess what? I cannot call the facility and be like, where's the remote? Right. Where's this? Where's that? I said, do you want me to drive up to you?
Emergency.
Yeah. Yes. I can't show up to the facility and be like, hey, look what Meredith did. She's so cute. Watch her. Watch her. That's what I get. Yeah. That's what I get when I work at home. So when I come here, it's a lot easier. Tracking. It doesn't matter how you track it. Just write something down. Like, I've probably shared about a bazillion trackers at this point. I don't know what else to give everybody. But even if it's just a paper, like I'm trying to do a notebook this month, like I'm just writing down the faces and the whatever, like instead of printing out trackers, like just having it in a notebook. And not just actively, not just your activity, like, oh, I saw this many faces, I saw this many, but like your IPA activities, okay, like tracking those, like making sure you really are doing the work. Because if you are doing the work and you're putting in the time and you're seeing the numbers, Mary Kay is math magical. If you see the faces over a consistent period of time, you will see results. Even if it's not the first month, even if it's not the second month, you will see it, okay? Now, here's something that I wanted to talk to you about is the magic zip code, all right? This is another concept, and I forgot to print off these trackers, but I will share them. Okay? So it's called the magic zip code, and here's the zip code. 52631. Have you heard of this? No. Okay. 52631. So this is the magic zip code, and this is about accountability, activity in the right areas, leading to results, and being disciplined enough to follow a routine, okay? So this is what the tracking sheet looks like. Again, I'll share it, I forgot to post it. And so it has Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Saturday, same thing, right? And the activities. So the 5 is for 5 leads per day, okay? And this is just another concept. This is not like you have to do this. It's just a concept. 5 leads per day times 7 is 35 leads a week. Now, if you just do 5, that's 25 leads a week. And that's just with, like if you just did warm chatting or whatever, that doesn't count, you know, the referrals you get from your parties and stuff like that. 2 is for 2 bookings per day. That's an easy goal. And here's the thing. Even if you don't get 2 bookings on Sunday, you may get 5 bookings by Wednesday. So it all kind of counteracts. These are just averages, all right? The 6 is for 600 in sales for the week. And then the 3 stands for 3 interviews per week, which is share calls, I'm sorry, face-to-face or whatever. And then the 1 stands for 1 weekly accomplishment sheet turned in by Monday at noon. So that just stands for like you filling out your, like whether it's the weekly accomplishment sheet on, I gotta sit down, these heels are killing me. Whether it's the weekly accomplishment sheet on Mary Kay In Touch, which is available to you, like you literally can type it in and send it to your director, whether it's this tracker, whether it's your own tracker, it totally doesn't even matter. What I like about the one that you guys have is that you can divide all of that up, or like pick the ones that you like. I would say don't overwhelm yourself and be like, oh my gosh, I have to do all of these things. Just start with 2, bookings and facials. If you're just at 0 right now, like if you're just at, I don't even know, bookings and facials or getting leads. Okay, doing a mental check. Where are you in the emotional cycle? Are you excited? Are you frustrated? Are you starting to blame people? Are you making excuses for yourself? Where are you at in the emotional cycle? Are you allowing negativity into your life? Are you allowing people to speak negativity about your business? Because here's the thing, somebody is always selling somebody on something. Somebody's either selling you on why Mary Kay is bad for you and you shouldn't do it because you're not spending enough time with them, or you're selling them on, honey, you don't pay my bills, and within 6 months, I'm gonna be debt-free, credit card debt-free, and I'm gonna have a free car. So that's when we can hang out. You know, I have said to people, I'm so sorry, I love you very much, but I just can't be with you at this season because this is where I need to focus. If you want to support me, great, but if not, no. Half the time, I don't even tell family when I'm going home because I work there. My mom's listening to this, but she knows too. Like people who do not speak to me on a regular basis, I do not make time for them. Just because I'm busy. I want to see the people that actually speak to me, okay? Yeah. It's nothing personal. They don't pay my bills, and I see a future beyond living paycheck to paycheck, working a schedule that is controlled by somebody else, and not being able to do what I want. That's what I see. Who are you allowing yourself to be around? So setting those boundaries. Now, you don't have to be mean to people. You literally can just get busy with work. It doesn't matter. If you're frustrated where you are in your business, you need to double your activity. Double it. Double your activity. Oh, I skipped something. Booking attempts. So this was a concept that we talked about in a meeting a few weeks ago, in a director meeting, and it was really eye-opening to me because a lot of times consultants, and understandably so, will book an appointment and it'll cancel, and they'll book another appointment and it will cancel. But here's the thing, the statistic is 50% of your bookings will hold. So if you book one, the likelihood of it canceling is 50%, so it shouldn't be a shocker if it cancels. I mean, things come up, people forget, they have things going on. I mean, how many times have I rescheduled a hair appointment because I have busy? I mean, I just do it. So if you're wanting to see 10 faces, you need to book 4 appointments for the week. And if they all hold, awesome. I would much rather have more appointments on my books than no appointments on my books. We don't want the Snow White calendar is what we call it. I love that because it's Disney. But it's not a good reference. So double your activity. So one of the things this director talked about was that you cannot control how many people show up. So if the hostess invites 5 people and only 1 person shows up, you cannot control that. You can't control how much people buy. All you can control is yourself and the amount of booking attempts you do in a day, in a week. Some people only do bookings twice a week. Some people do it every day. It just depends on your schedule. I remember Crystal telling me she used to book only on Fridays and Mondays for 2 hours. Like she would just take that time and book. And the rest of the week she was either working parties or doing something else. But that's something you can control. If you don't have anybody to book, go find somebody to book. Like you are in control of that. You can control that. Take action. It's easy to sit up and take notice. What is difficult is getting up and taking action. So it's easy to be like, oh, that sounds great. I love that. That's a great concept. Oh, I need to do that. But it's even more difficult to get up and take action. Okay? So when you start making these little steps and these actions in your daily life, just these extra little things, you will feel better. You will become more confident, and you will have a clear vision of where you're going. And you will be able to tell yourself, oh wow, I just spent an hour organizing my inventory. I need to make that up and do an hour of booking calls, or I need to go lead generate for an hour. And it's fine. It's fine if a messy room like makes you crazy. There are a lot of people that are like that. I'm like that. Like you cannot focus if it's messy. Time yourself. You've got 30 minutes to clean the bathroom. You've got 30 minutes to clean up your office, and then you're at work. And it's almost like your own little time clock. If that's something that you need, some people thrive off of that, and that is okay. You don't have to be all freedom and choice and everywhere. You know, you can still have that structure, but you have to create it. You know, based off of what you need. And what I'm really excited about with this this boot camp, or not boot camp, the Pace Setters, is that it breaks down a weekly plan sheet. Oh, I should say, I'm gonna say this. It breaks down a weekly plan sheet for a part-time consultant without a job, a part-time consultant with a job, a part-time consultant with a full-time job. It really does give you a vision of how you can work this. And you may have to work a little harder for a little while, but it's gonna be worth it. Nobody in Mary Kay ever, even if they're not doing Mary Kay anymore, will tell you it was not worth it. Because it totally is worth it. It's just a matter of, are you willing to put in the time now? I'm telling you something, my kids are not missing anything. Like, I mean, I'm not missing anything in my kids' lives. They're not missing me, you know? And no, I'm not working a full-time job in addition to this. But that's because I made it that way. I was close a couple of times, but I made sure that's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. Now, my mom, she works full-time, always has, and works Mary Kay on the side, always has. I don't see her quitting her full-time job to do Mary Kay, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't judge her for that. Every once in a while, I'll be like, well, you could retire and work Mary Kay. I'll just joke with her, like, move out here. But that's fine. 90% of people in Mary Kay have another job. 90% of them. But anyways, I'm super excited. Yeah, now Melissa's down at 90%. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't preach Mary Kay to be like, quit your job. Yeah, if you're working your dream job, that's great. There was a sales director who was working her dream job but started working Mary Kay full time. I think she ended up quitting it, but she ended up getting a divorce. It was totally unexpected. But she was so successful that I don't even think she cared about anything. Like, she totally was taking care of herself. And so here's the thing. Mary Kay can be an amazing plan B. Don't wait until something happens to have a plan B. Because if you work this now and something happens, you won't have to work. There are so many stories where people were able to take off 3 years and be with their sick parents or their child because they worked their business the way they should, and they didn't even have to think about it. Mary Kay surrounded them. They took over their unit, their business, everything, so that they could be with them. How many jobs will just let you go and be for years? Oh yeah, well, your pay will be here when you come back. No. My mom right now, if she's on a disability from all of her pneumonia, she gets to the 6-month mark and she's still on disability, it will terminate her. And they'll hire her back, but will they hire her with where she was terminated at? No. No. So, anyways, take action. Any questions about IPAs or like, I don't know, feelings? Just like, I'm feeling like this right now, or I'm feeling like, I don't know. How's your miracle morning going?
I'm gonna restart.
You're gonna restart? There you go. It's a beautiful day to restart.
I'm bad. I didn't even watch it. I wanted to.
Well, you should. You should listen to it on the way home.
I've gotten away. Mary Kay, Elder Mary Kay thing got in the way.
Well, it's a really great, we watched a video last week, right? On the Miracle Morning concept, and it's just doing these activities, like getting up the challenge. He challenged everybody to get up 30 minutes earlier than you normally do.
I have been doing that. I didn't even need to watch the video.
Well, there you go. And you do, there's 6 different things you can do. He suggests just doing a couple. I'm only doing 3 right now, and I plan on building more because I want to exercise longer. This morning I was going to go on a run, and I was really excited about it, but it was like 30 degrees outside and dark when I woke up, and I was like, that's not safe. So I just turned on YouTube, and I was like, I want to do some yoga. And there was this 8-minute get your juices flowing yoga session. I was like, this isn't gonna wake me up because, I mean, I'm tired when I wake up. I'm tired. Like, I want coffee, I want to eat, I just want to relax. But no, I was like, get up. And it was actually really nice. It was like a really nice little 8-minute yoga thing. But anyways, so I challenged everybody here and online, if they wanted to be in a American Morning accountability group, they could, and to do it until the end of the month to see it consistently and see if it changed them. Because it, like, I skipped 2 days because I was sick. I was up for 5 hours with my son on Sunday. I don't even know what day it was. What day was it? I boxed in and said it because I slept until 8. It was 5 hours that child was up sick. Ugh. And then I got it and Meredith got it. She's still like running a fever off and on, but she's acting so annoying. Why do they do that? But anyways, so I'm telling you, do it consistently, even just for a week. It's so life-changing. And I feel like this morning, like, I got to take care of myself. I did my meditation, I did my reading. I didn't journal. I'm just meditating, reading, and exercising right now. I think that's all I'm doing right now. But I just felt like I took care of me, and now I can do everything else. And it's great. And part of the book, it says, if you go to bed and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm only gonna get 5 hours of sleep, I'm gonna be so tired. Like, you kind of will yourself to be tired, but if you go to bed and you're like, great, I'm so excited, I'm getting 5 hours of sleep, and you go to sleep. But he does talk about how everybody's body needs different sleep. So, you know, like Katie, I think your wake up time was like 8 o'clock or something, 8:30, and then 9 on the weekends, which I thought was cool that you adjusted that. And so my wake up time is 6:15, because my normal wake up time is 7:15. So I'm going to go 6:15. It's dark outside. 9:30?
And 6.
Yeah. Because you're driving to El Paso, right? Or back to home?
No, I mean,
Oh,
I only did that Tuesday, but I'm local.
Oh, that's
I'm a
wonderful.
road runner.
That's right. You told me that. So anyways, I just hope that this helps you have a clear vision of what's really important. And what's important to you is important. If it's a book club, if it's lunch with that friend once a week, like, it is important to connect with our friends and family that are not in Mary Kay. Just be aware of who you are surrounding yourself with and who's feeding into you. I'm not saying you have to disown them, but just be careful because it can really get you down. And if you're not having the results you want, double your effort. Because it will happen. And with this March Madness and everything that Crystal has to bring, you're going to have success if you commit to it and you're excited about it and all of that. Now, if you do end up live streaming, like, and for those of you who are not local, not going to be at a hub, make sure you are completely shut off and like zoned in to what she's saying. I typically will sit out in my garage a lot of times. If I'm at home with the kids, like on Monday night or something, like, they don't go to bed early, like, you know, you need to shut yourself off so you can be really focused on what she's saying and all the activities and stuff like that. Normally we do a dinner that, the first hub, like, we provide dinner for you, but last time we did that, nobody ate it. And we like cooked and everything.
There's one person that would eat it. She's better work.
No, I know. We made spaghetti and salad and everything, and everybody was like on a diet or something, and wouldn't eat the noodles, and then Rachel brought her squash spaghetti, and I was like, nobody's gonna eat all this spaghetti. Oh my God, like, it was a ton of food. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do that or not.
Spaghetti.
And I know I love some spaghetti, man. That's what I thought. Well, we wanted to do it because we had the stove here, but then the stove actually wasn't working, and we had to cook the noodles in the coffee pot. It was so funny. Like, we were so excited, and then we didn't even know till the day of. Like, why would we need to check the stove? It's new. It was funny. Anyways, so next week, facials. There's a facial form that I always post. It'll be in the event page. So if you have guests, and I'll be really descriptive of like supplies we're going to do. We'll do a beauty experience similar to what the Galentine's was. And then I believe the first training is March the 3rd. I mean, first. And Yeah, and I'll post these trackers. This zip code one kind of hurts my brain just a little bit, but I like the concept of it, like, the 5263, like it just kind of keeps you on track. Any questions about anything else?
March 3rd is the first.
I'm sorry, March 1st, it's next Thursday. Next Thursday, a week from tomorrow. We'll be here, and we'll probably all be here by at least 5:30. And then, so starting around 7:15, you guys can get here. I'm sure we'll have more info, and I'll be going live and messaging you guys, and, yeah, we'll do that. And here's the thing, if you don't register, like you don't pay the $20, you can still come, just won't get access to the vouchers and the prizes. That's what that's for, or the well, I don't know about the resources. I don't know how that works, but I know when you register, you get put into the Facebook group, you get access to the prizes and all that stuff, and the new consultant handbook, okay? Which it's phenomenal. It's 40 pages long, but it is everything you would ever need, ever. Awesome. No more searching for the file. It's right there. All right. Oh, this is our last meeting until April. I don't have to plan meetings for a whole month. No, kidding. I love planning meetings. They're so fun. Well, what's going to be great is during this training, I want you guys to think of different subjects that you want me to expand on after the fact, that we can support the pace setters into April. I'm sure, well, not sure, but a lot of times when we do boot camps, guest events are part of the voucher system. So we'll figure that out, but I'll give you the information as soon as I get it. And yeah, so registration closes tomorrow. For sure. So let's take a picture. And we don't have to really clean up because I have to come and clean in the morning anyway, so, oh, the trash. We took it out last week though, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, that's right, I did, so I'm not gonna take it out this time, but I'll dump the other trash. Awesome. Bye guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, you can box me or message me anytime, and we make that happen. Do, do.